we go. Getting into the first game ever that we are streaming, the first one at all. And as we get right into it, man, they're going to be going right back or right to Mammoth Fortress and getting right into the action, man. Everyone picked up an axe, and it is just a murder scene here. Sheesh.
Kylar is the fourth person to get a weapon, also the only person without an axe this game. You're going to be hearing a lot of axe noises. Hopefully they do not charge per the axe noise, or these players are going to be broke, and they're going to need that first place finish to make it through this one. Nice follow-up from Dummy with the recovery off of the D-Light side air from Kylar Alice. Side goes through, gets punished. Dummy is split, Elsom is split. Nice answer with the weapon toss to take out Elsom off the bottom. Meanwhile, Dummy's still alive in this one.
Yeah, man. I mean, he definitely took a hit from his teammate, but it almost like it put him in a better position to go for that weapon toss. So here he is, and there's going to be a stock, another stock actually getting thrown out. And the only person living is actually the lowest defense on the screen, that Brawlhalla. So that is,
and he gets beautiful follow-up there, right off of Kylar. Continuing, and specifically with axe, you're getting those axe chunks. 2 hits with that is way more than 2 hits with a sword.
Okay, going to be able to make it back, or actually it's getting held off to the side, but Brawlhalla back onto the screen as quick as possible. Dummy trying to make sure he can get some space for Kylar Alice to make it back on stage. Okay.
Elsom is taking so much punishment. Blue team actually rotates off of Elsom to go put pressure on a Doggo, and now Doggo's taking a lot of damage. Kylar reads the low option with a side sig there. Doggo did stay high, but Kylar found a nice side air, send Doggo over to the left side. Now, one thing I want everybody to notice at home is the name Elsom. That is Bailey. He used to go by the name Bailey on Smash GG, and in-game it is Bailey, though going by a different name of Elsom. His name is actually Elsom Bailey in real life. So don't be confused by that, anybody. This is not a new person.
All right, so hold on now. He's got to make it back to the stage. Weaving through. But wanted a little more. Could have just actually made it back to the stage, I think, there, instead of going for that very aggressive option. So it's going to drop that stock, but with the amount of damage left here onto Doggo, I mean, it is technically somewhat of an even game as long as they don't start taking too much damage on these last stocks. There you go.
The second stock's really kind of got away from Kylar and Dummy on this one. There's the neutral air from Doggo. Completely gets away, wants to immediately press the 2v1 against Dummy, who is the more damage between Dummy and Kylar, hopefully to take him out of the game as quickly as possible. That is going to be the second stock from Doggo, but if Elsom can avoid enough damage, only takes a 2-piece from Dummy's sword, gets a nice axe side air onto Kylar.
Ooh.
That recovery might put him in a bad spot, but Doggo immediately rotated over to provide relief, put him as a wall between Kylar, Dummy, and Elsom.
Okay, Dummy was thinking about trying to go get that weapon, but realized, yeah, he was 1 hit away, and unfortunately, that stray hit still does come through with that axe side air. So it's going to be up to Kylar Alice. There's some good damage onto the field, but it did not matter. That was a short-lived 2v1. Kylar Alice not going to be able to make that happen because Doggo and Elsom looking good in that first game.
Everybody played just pretty well throughout the entire thing. If Kylar could maybe secure a few more kills, he did solid damage, but 4 of the KOs went over to Dummy. Kylar didn't pick up a single one, also doing less damage than his teammate as well. So he's going to have to either step up the damage a little bit more or step up the KOs a little bit more if they're going to find a victory here in the winners finals.
Okay. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and keep it moving here as we go to our next game. It's going to be on the same stage, same characters, no one swapping, and no real reason to. I mean, I feel like that was a pretty even game, regardless of what the stock count looked like at the end with both of them being live. It was still 1 stock for the opponents. So just a couple of adjustments should be able to get them back into this game and get themselves a lead as well.
Yeah, especially on that second stock, that's where it seemed like they had a nice little lead, and then it started to fall apart a little bit. Red team a little bit split over here. Nice damage back and forth among both members of the red team. Look in the top right, TK. So much damage onto Doggo, very little damage on the blue team.
Yeah, they're definitely playing a lot better. Unfortunately, though, Brawlhalla finding a terrible spot to be hit on, but luckily, Kylar Alice was able to come over there and get the save. Make sure that Brawlhalla gets to see another day, aka Dummy. So Dummy right now, the most hurt for sure on their first stock, but still managed to find a KO first with that just rare side air right there. Ooh, wow at that! Oh, man.
Completely pinballed him off the stage. There is going to be a KO in answer to that, but the red team is so far behind. It's 5 stocks to 3, not in a good spot. They're going to start this off with a nice little 2v1 combo. Doesn't lead to a KO, doesn't put out too much damage, but it's a nice amount. They're going to have to find a lot of instances like that if they're going to bring themselves back into this game. Kylar still has yet to be KO'd on this first stock.
Yeah, man, he is. And he is playing that first stock still so well, too. I mean, avoiding a lot. He's only been taking little tick hits here and there, a couple weapon tosses, maybe a jab. But for the most part, takes it down air.
He's still living, too.
Yeah, no one's there to actually try to punish on the fact that he was that far down. So still living, getting close to that barbecue red. Someone's got to take him out.
You saw how damaged he was. Even the unarmed neutral air almost sent him off screen. He's looking for the KO on Elsom off the top. Sweat beads coming out throughout the down air. Dummy had a nice spot dodge there to get through that one. D-Light Dare doesn't turn into anything. Doggo does finally get the KO onto Kylar, bringing them back into this one. 4 stocks to 2. It could be 3 stocks to 1 here very quickly if both red people on this game so far get taken out.
Yeah, they are hurt in. I thought Kylar was about to get that side air without them looking, because Elsom did just use the recovery. Oh my God, way off from the top, but still goes to the side. Now it is going to be a 2v1, but this is a lot of damage. Doggo not going to be able to make that one back for sure. Actually does make that one back. Surprise. I thought that was going to be an easy edge guard for Dummy, but he must have expected him not to be able to make it either. Okay. Doesn't matter, though. Quick side air. He's out of there. That was a great turnaround there for Kylar Allison Dummy, man. Again, like as I said, the first game, they weren't like getting destroyed or anything. It was just a rough second stock for them, and it seems like they were cleaning up and staying true to that first stock for so long that like it really didn't matter what happened to the rest of the game, man.
Yeah, both Kylar and Dummy did a fantastic job that game. Kylar actually only took 315 damage, and the lion's share of that definitely went towards that first stock. So once that stock was taken away from him, he was just kind of like, I'm not going to get hit the rest of the game hardly at all. You're going to put so much time and effort and moves invested into my first stock, and then you're going to get absolutely nothing the rest of the game. And you saw that reflected on both of the damage numbers from Elsom and Doggo. They were sort of low. They were like low 300s, maybe even a high 200s coming out of that. So good step up from Kylar and great continuation of the work that Dummy did in the first game, continuing that into this game as well. Good damage number, good KO numbers.
Yeah. So, I mean, dude, that was a very exciting match for sure, though. Let's see what we get into on this next one. It's going to be Mammoth Fortress again. I mean, what was I expecting? Here we go. We got a swap over here to Hattori, though, from Elsom, but no swaps anywhere else. You know what? I'm gonna be down with that for the sole fact that I feel like Hattori definitely kind of I feel like she shines well in twos. Has a lot of easy catches that send at great angles for KOs. So let's see if that swap is going to be something that works out for this team, or they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board with something else.
Now, he does have a level 61 Hattori that is going to be his 4th highest leveled legend in the entire game. So considerable amount of time spent on this Hattori. And like you said, a very popular pick in 2v2. Has the sword, has the spear, like we've already seen a lot of Brins in this game. So the spear itself is popular. Sword, of course, is popular. So this is going to be a welcome choice for a lot of different players in this game. Got to give him so much movement speed to move around the map, chase his opponent down, rotate over to help his teammate. Nice D-Light Sair. Blue team, Kylar looking to recover back, goes to the wall, then gets onto the main platform. You see him jumping really high. Wants to give Dummy time to spawn back in so Kylar doesn't get caught in a grounded 2v1 combo. Finds a nice neutral signature. Doesn't quite KO off the top.
Actually very surprised. She was flying super fast, but still just enough for that blast zone left for her to be able to make it back. However, though, will not be able to survive another one of those, or mostly a Sair. Yep, I was going to say that Sair is going to be coming through, and there it is. Same thing for Bren, too, though. She ends up getting hit by another raw Sair. That could be it as well. However, though, the double almost hitting, and they're still putting the pressure on, though. Wait a minute.
He's going to have to dare.
Yes! There it is. That's going to be nice right there. The red team with a solid lead. That double KO definitely going to do them some justice on this third game.
Elsom was able to just ride that ground pound. He knew the down air was going to have to come out to move Dummy over to the wall, so he could just ride that all the way down, pick up that easy ground pound for the easy cleanup. There's another dare from Elsom. He's going to completely disengage, get back to the main platform, keep himself safe, so he's not in between both members of the blue team. Doggo comes out swinging, immediately picks up an axe. Elsom taking Dummy high.
All right, hold on now. chopping them up. Can't do much more than that right now, and that's going to be a nice little side air as well. Okay. Wait a minute. So both the teams right now kind of playing. No one's really getting surrounded this time around. Just both sides playing on their side of the stage in that last section. But now we got some off-stage gameplay here. Both red team going to be able to make it back, luckily, and that is going to be a great double. A double neutral sig. Not only going to get a stock on one, but there's a triple and the stock. Man, those neutral sigs are definitely finding their marks. However, unfortunately, that is going to be Dummy already out, but Kylar has 2 stocks to work with, so this could still be a good 2v1. Not really favorable. Obviously, you do want your teammate here, but it is what it is. At least you got 2 stocks.
They're just going to have the option to juggle him. They're looking to do it with the recoveries as well on that spear. Both members have spears, so if they get a 2v1 combo, they are going to have to watch out for that same move DI. If a neutral light comes out from Elsom and a neutral light comes out,
oh my God.
Not even going to worry about it, but I believe that was the DI there. You saw the first side air came out from Elsom. The second one was from Doggo, and Kylar DI'd down. That's why he went down at sort of that 45-degree angle instead of more horizontal to the left. Now they don't have to worry about that. They are going to drop it a little bit. Are going to find some good damage on it. Both members of the red team completely edgeguarding Kylar. Nice dare, sets him up. The 360-degree hitbox of the axe recovery is going to put a wall around him. Kylar does get back to the main platform.
Yeah, Kylar looked like he's trying to make something happen off the stage. Just trying to see one of them overcommit and see if he can get something off of that. But unfortunately, neither of the red team was doing that. Still living, but not for long. Yeah, just an easy side air, unarmed. Falls off the stage with that one. So yeah, that was going to be a rough 2v1 for sure, especially this late into the bracket against this team. They're playing pretty phenomenal right now, so that's going to be a nice win here for Doggo and Elsom. One more, and they will be sitting in grand finals.
And now we're seeing Kylar do what we've seen Kylar do so many different times in the past. He got 3 KOs compared to Dummy's 1. He put out 603 damage, but he also took 725. I'm going to pull out the calculator for this one, TK. 725 divided by his 3 stocks, 241 damage per stock. They had to put out 241 damage before they could take Kylar out.
All right, man. That's and if you don't know, in Brawlhalla language, that's a lot of damage. So
yeah, that's insane. You turn red at 150. Rarely do we see people kill at 150. If that happens, like, that is incredible efficiency. This is completely in the other direction. Almost 250 damage that it took. That is incredible survivability coming out from Kylar, and you don't even see him in the defense stance.
Yeah, man, he's just playing well, or honestly, he's playing well around big hits. He does get caught up with some of the faster things, obviously, but nothing that is KOing him so far. And now, a swap to Apocalypse. Finally getting off of that Mammoth Fortress. They said, you know what, let's go ahead and get a change of scenery, and hopefully this works out. Also, a change of character right here for the Jala, going over to Bryn instead. So even more Bryns, or we're going to keep the tradition of 3 Bryns on the screen. Unfortunately, though, that Bryn getting a straight up eradicated off that first stock.
And compared to Doggo's Brent, who's in the defense stance, Dummy is also coming in with the defense stance, and of course, Elsom is as well. So everybody's putting into a little bit of defense except Kylar. He's still coming in pure default stance, loves those release stats from Brent.
Yeah. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like Brent is one of the characters that you can definitely go in any stance and still do well with. I mean, she has some very round-the-way stats. You don't really need to go into speed. She already has a lot of speed, but even if you wanted to, like, no one's going to fault you.
Oh,
no.
Oh,
they're both down here.
Kylar had to go down and save him. Still didn't lead to the save. Dummy on his final stock. It's only been a minute into the game, TK, and Dummy's already down to final stock.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He is definitely not playing that well against Doggo and Elsom. At this point in time, I feel like he might be better off kind of playing the back line to try to preserve that stock as long as possible, but he's still in the fray. Like, he is still over there trying to do this 2v1. Uh-oh.
Weapon toss goes down. I think he just desperately wants to make up for the mistakes that he's made this game. He doesn't want to put his teammate in that position. Recovery comes out. Kylar's going to fall. Dummy finding a little bit of damage on a Doggo. He's going to retreat over to the wall, let his teammate Elsom come back in to relieve some of that pressure. Dummy doing everything he can. I believe he's in the red here. Yeah, that neutral air, he is in the red. Tossing his weapon up. He doesn't get the option to pick it back up as it's made on the soft platform. He might get taken off the top by Doggo.
Okay. Yeah, Dummy trying his best. Nice little punishes right here, which is, I think, what he should be trying to do is just playing behind Kylar and getting whatever punish you can whenever they actually get a hit on him. Tried it right there, but unfortunately gets punished by Doggo himself. Still gonna make it though. Will not be able to eat another side air for sure. Not from an axe for sure. Does eat that ground pound, and he is trying to find his way down. They are putting the pressure on him. They knew it was time to get him out of there, and now look at the stock differential. 4 stocks to 2, everyone in red. This is going to be a hard-fought battle for Kylar Alice. Takes that, and he is out of there as well. Oh, no.
Last time Kylar fought the 2v1, he ended up falling, and that was when Doggo and Elsom had 1 stock each. Now they have 2 stocks each. So any 2 moves that Kylar throws out in a row, he's likely to get punished by the other red team member. That downer is going to actually hit Elsom. The ground pound's over on the edge. The recovery takes off one of them. Can Kylar get the full team wipe here?
No.
Elsom going in just right away with that edge guard is going to come out on top there, and Elsom and Doggo are going to take that in game 4, 3-1, just kind of showing their skill difference here. You have Elsom and Doggo, who have won the last 2 official BH tournaments in the Spring Championship 2v2 and the Winter Championship 2v2. Kylar, who's taken many tournaments in the past, both 1v1 and 2v2. Dummy, who has top 3'd several 2v2 tournaments in a row, but hasn't quite risen to the same heights that any of the other players in this game have. And I think you kind of see that reflected a little bit in that final game.
Yeah, I mean, you can, if you look at the damage mode, he is way down in the dumps right here, man. We got 519 and 400 damage from Elsom and Doggo respectively, and then